All right, guys, let's wrap up tonight with some more boxing news. After a brief period of deliberation, Deontay Wilder has exercised his rematch option with Tyson Fury officially. The fight is scheduled to take place July 18th at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. The decision came just days after his loss, with Wilder seemingly thinking bad luck and circumstance had played a role in his loss last time. Fury will take the rematch and may be one of the last fights we see the Gypsy King in. So, Drink, let's start with you, man. Is Wilder making a mistake by taking this rematch with Fury this soon?
Before I get to the answer of that question, two things I want to hit on about that first and second match. It's been brought out that the Nevada Commission, PBC, Top Rank, they're waiting on a B sample from Tyson Fury from the second fight. Evidently, something was wrong with his A sample, so they have to confirm it with the B sample. If what's being said is true, then we're talking a whole nother scenario here. That's one. Two, lots of videos, opinions, topics out there about the way Tyson Fury wrapped his hand or the lack of. It's videos out there. I'm not gonna go down the weeds. If you really care, it's out there. But if that is true, that he didn't wrap his hands properly, and you see the tapes loose, you see him slapping at Wilder, you see the gloves bending backwards. I'm gonna tell you right now, it is no boxing match you're gonna show me where the fighter glove is going this way and is perfectly okay. I'm just saying that. Go back and look at it, Google it, research it. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on that, but it's two issues that's hanging over this between the second and third fight. Now, with that said, yes, I think he is. I think July 18th, that is moving extremely fast for the type of damage he took in the second fight. And the fact of what's wrong with giving yourself a break, man? Like, I can argue he rushed into the second fight. He fought in November, then he turned around and fought in February. What are we rushing for, Deontay? Let it simmer a little bit. Heal. Yo, you got the rematch. All you need to worry about was you invoked your clause. Tyson Fury got to respect the clause because you turned down a multi-pound deal to step aside. That's it. You don't need to be in the rush. Now, I'm pretty sure Top Rank and the PBC got together and said, well, if we're gonna do it, let's capitalize in July. Everybody know May, June, and July, those are what you would call big fight months. May because of Cinco de Mayo, July because of International Fight Week, and June kind of gets sandwiched in between both. So I guess I understand why they're capitalizing on the fight aspiration of those 3 months. However, I just don't understand why Wilder is just in such a rush. Maybe he does feel like he got, he hurt himself, he snubbed himself, and he's ready to prove everybody wrong. Or maybe it's just he know if he takes too long and he drags his foot, that Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua fight will get made. I don't know. Here's the deal. Whether I knew or not, whether you knew or not, the fight is going to happen. It's going to happen July 18th. It's going to happen in the same arena, the MGM Grand. And here come the third fight. Now, the question is, what will surround this third fight? Will we be talking about Tyson Fury putting it on him in the second fight? Or will we be talking about a little extra help? The Nevada Commission missed something? We'll see. But, to answer that question, yeah, man, I just would have liked to see him wait a little longer. I would have rather seen the fight in the fourth quarter of this year or the first quarter of 2021, just to make sure that Wilder was ready 100% in the count. It's reports out that Floyd Mayweather has said that he is willing to train up Wilder for this next fight and, get him better. But let me tell you something. That's jazz. If you ain't heard it, that's smooth jazz right there. In the words of my boy Shannon Sharp, that's bull jive. All right? Because it's no way a guy been fighting this long with 40 plus fights under his belt and you gonna just switch up his style. No. That's like telling Russell Westbrook, hey man, Stop driving the ball to the hole and shoot more. Like, no, his style is his style. Like, let's knock that off. Now, can he get him tips? Move your hips, move your feet, use the jab more. When you see this, do this. Yeah, he can do that. But these people are under the notion, hey, if Floyd get with him, he's gonna get better defense. He's gonna be able to do it. No, he's not. He's not moving his head more. He's not. He's just gonna get tips on how to move, maneuver around that ring better, probably a better way to twist the hips to land those power shots a little better, something along that line. I like to think Floyd will focus on his feet because his feet is just kind of crazy. He don't have good placement on the feet, but somehow he still got enough power. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. However, those are the small things I think Floyd is going to work on him with. He ain't teaching him the shoulder roll. People can knock this crap off talking about Floyd gonna teach how to use the shoulder like he. No, he's not. He's not gonna teach him that. And on another note, I would just like to know why now, Floyd? Oh, you waiting till the guy lost and want to help him? Because he didn't reach out to you for years. He's been asking for a Floyd endorsement. He's been asking for some help. Now all of a sudden you want to come out and say, "Hey, that's still our brother. Keep your head up, King." Oh, if you don't say Floyd. Because he only been asking you for your help on the same promotion for like so many years. Now you want to help. So I find it a little odd that this is the opportunity that Floyd took to help him out and show him some things. Even though, he's been probably the highest grossing PBC fighter since the Floyd era to get the job done. So I just find it weird, but to answer your question, I don't like the time, and I think he should wait to the fourth quarter of this year or the first quarter of next year.
Yeah, I agree with you on this one. I think it definitely feels a little too soon. I mean, the gap between the first and second fight, it was a little over a year. So now this is about 6 months, about a 6-month gap in between what is now going to be the second and third fight. And considering he took a lot more damage in this fight than he did in the first one, so yeah, it definitely feels a little too soon. And is this going to be his next fight? Like, is he fighting anybody in between?
No, he jumping right back in the lines then.
Okay, yeah, that seems like, just to me from a distance, that seems like another mistake. I mean, it would seem a little logical to, number one, rest up and heal. Number two, get back in the lab. Work on your technique a little bit more, because, I mean, and a point well taken, by the way, on those technicalities that, the Nevada Commission is looking at. But assuming everything was on the up and up, you got outboxed in 2 straight fights. I mean, the only thing that saved you in the first fight was the 2 knockdowns in the 9th and 12th round. Besides that, I mean, Fury's had your number the first 2 fights. I mean, he's outboxed you. He's outmaneuvered you. He's better on the defensive side, it appears. And he just came in with a better plan than Deontay Wilder did in fight number 2. So it would seem logical to me to rest up, get back, work on your craft a little bit, and then take 1 or 2 fights to kind of get your confidence back up and get back in the swing of things before you go back at the champ, who is right now Tyson Fury. That would seem logical to me, but I mean, I'm not the guy stepping back in there. So I do hope when he comes back, I hope he comes back more prepared and more ready and maybe a bit more focused. You think about it, when the first fight happened, he get those 2 knockdowns, maybe he came out a little too overconfident in the second fight, because thinking about, hey, I got him those 2 times, maybe I can get him again just like that and do what I did the first fight. And, of course, on a side note, maybe instead of coming out, in your 40-pound costume, just come out in the bathrobe, something real light, something, because we don't want you stepping in the ring and then, get the smoke and then come with the excuses like we did after this fight.
Well, I would say this. I don't got a problem with the suit. Look, here's what we learned about boxing now. This is what Floyd has established. This is him. Put on a show before the show. Give the fans something to like before the fight. No, it sounds like a poem or something, but it does make sense in the world of boxing, right? It's all right. If you want to wear that 40-pound suit, that's fine. Can we do a little rehearsal? Can we make sure this is not going to take too much juice out the legs? Come on, man. I know you do rehearsals, because Al Heyman ain't out here just letting dudes come out and embarrass him and make his product look bad. I have watched fighters rehearse their entrance. I have to believe a fight of this magnitude, Deontay, if he didn't rehearsal, he knew he needed to. This is why the excuse is so utterly ridiculous. Because now, if we get additional information confirmed from, Nevada Commission, top ranked PBC, the entities, USADA, if we get these rumors confirmed, now you look even more stupid for even saying it. Because it's like, oh, well, I thought he said something about his legs. So, like you said, man, yeah, come out like Anthony Joshua. Just come out with the robe, man. Just come out with the nice, slick, underarm robe, whoever sponsor you. But if you want to be a showman, you can't use it as an excuse. If you're gonna be a showman, just be a showman, man.
Yeah, great. Real quick before I get my thing, just a real quick clarification on the I'm assuming you're talking about a drug testing deal. Are we talking about just there was something up with the sample, like some kind of mishandling or something, or is it the thought is he may have actually had something in his system he wasn't supposed to? Do we know?
From my understanding, his A sample came back positive for something. That something has yet to be confirmed because they want to wait on a B sample. The way USADA works is this: they test they test you in two different pools. So if the A sample get contaminated, messed up, whatever case might be, then what they do is they pour the B sample. Because you can't say both samples have been contaminated. You can only use that excuse once, right? So they get the A sample. Oh, okay, he bust for this, whatever. Now get the B sample. If the B sample comes up conclusive, which is negative, usually they say, all right, cool, maybe we jacked up. But if that B sample come back and matches the A sample, that's when you deal with a 2 to 3 year suspension from USADA, then the commission, and then so on and so forth.
Boy, that would turn this whole thing on its head in a hurry, and that would probably really hurt the sport. I would imagine as a whole after something like this.
You're right, and that's why I wasn't in a rush to say anything about it, because this has been circulating for quite a while. But like you said, this does hurt the sport of boxing when you have a fight at this level, and this could be a result of one of the fighters. And so that's why I kind of like waited until I got a little more information, a little more confirmation. And at the end of the day, we waiting on USADA. USADA going to tell us what the deal is, because that's who's going to be over this. The Nevada Commission. Between those two, that's where we're going to get the final call.
Yeah, and just for the question itself, real quick, I agree with both y'all. I think that this does feel pretty rushed. I guess the thought was somewhat to the degree of he had to kind of get back to it quick. I've read some reports that Fury says he's kind of getting close to retirement. He's been kind of kicking the can on it. He might fight Wilder, then maybe Anthony Joshua, and then he's got to really consider just kind of hanging it up. Came back, did what he wanted to do, got the comeback tour, got the T-shirt. Now it's kind of like, all right, well, maybe we'll get on to some different things and go out on top. So maybe Wilder thought, hey, if I don't jump on this right now, I'm gonna lose the opportunity, or it won't look as good down the road. But I think the other thing he may be thinking of is, these we're calling them excuses. Maybe the reason, maybe their excuses, something in the middle. The suit, the air conditioner wasn't on low enough. He got hit in the head the one time where he thought the ref wouldn't have started the got him apart. Whatever the case may be, him and his side may really just think, hey, this was just some bad luck, bad circumstance. That suit threw me off. I wasn't in my mindset in the first round, and then I got cracked in the noggin. Now I'm all seeing stars and whatever. And I mean, we see it in most sports. There's teams that just have throwaway years or just throwaway seasons where bad luck, injuries, 9 injuries at the same position, and we're just going to run it back. Forget it. Forget that ever happened. Burn the film. Maybe that's what he's thinking. And if so, then hey, that's fine. But if it really is a matter of, hey, you just simply aren't a good matchup against Fury, and you're going to have to really kind of reinvent what you do in the ring, even if Floyd does come over and helps you out, like, you would want a lot of time, I'd imagine, to get some other fights and, practice some new techniques and some new things, and then go try it on somebody before you get back in the ring with him, versus just, well, hope I learned something, and you get hit one time and it just, you default back to what what you've done for so long. Because that's, how things go. You try some new stuff, but hey, you get hit in the mouth, you're going back to what and your instincts take over and forget about it. So you would hope that I would hope that Floyd would be able to help him, who is a stylistic, almost polar opposite to how Wilder fights. That'd be kind of fun to see. And I think if Floyd could get part of the credit for him if he does come back and beat Fury, that would really kind of put Floyd further in the lore of boxing and cement him a little more in the lore of the sport. That'd be an interesting sort of angle on it. But like you said, it could just be, Floyd just doing what he does. Who knows? But I'm looking forward to this rematch, and I just hope that Wilder kind of brings it more, and we get something like we more saw the first time versus what we saw the second time, which wasn't very fun to watch. So, hey, we'll see. We'll see what they come up with. We've got a couple months to see how it turns out.